Welcome to another edition of Inside the Film Room. Bob Papa, two-time Super Bowl champion Carl Banks. And Carl, we're going to go inside the film room and look at Giant first-round draft pick Abdul Carter. Now, we know about all the things that happened earlier in the season and the maturation that's going to have to come as he goes into year number 2. But the physical abilities are there, and we saw it on film.
What you have with a guy like Abdul Carter is the world's your oyster. You can move him around. You're only limited to what you think he can do. Later in the season, you can see now they're finding favorable matchups, and here it is against the center. This is a favorable matchup for Abdul Carter, and you can see the center doesn't know which way he's going. That spin move, and the center is just lost, and he's right on top of the quarterback. These are the types of things that he can bring to your defense. He's just a different type of player.
Now, we got 3 more plays of Abdul Carter. This was earlier in the season against the Chargers.
Right, so now he's on the edge, and they run a little 2-man action here. He's running an in tackle twist. He's in there before the guard could disengage. So you got your tackle in, he occupies 2, he gets in there, and he's right there on top of the quarterback. So games, isolation, those are things you can do, and then you'll see him one-on-one on the edge.
Yeah, and he worked that game with Kayvon Thibodeau, who wound up getting hurt and missing a good part of the second half of the season.
And that's the beautiful part about having guys that are multiple. If you can think of ways to use them, they'll get it done for you.
Yeah, this is later in the season. This is his real breakout game. This was against Washington at home.
Mm-hmm. Now, just take a look. He's got to play the run here against a guy that's outweighing him several pounds, but he's got to set the edge. He sets the edge, he gets up the field, comes off, makes the tackle. So not only is he a gifted pass rusher, he figures it out in the run game as well.
All right, one more of Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter again over the center, finding a favorable matchup. Here it is. Big guys struggle with movement. He's right there. And again, when you talk about difference, right? Count the steps to running back. Running back has the ball, and Abdul Carter's right there.
Right.
Not every player can do that, folks. That's when you talk about a guy being different. I just want to run this back again, just so you can see, by the time the running back takes the handoff, Abdul Carter is there before he makes one move. That's different. That's not your average player because he's explosive, he's got great anticipation, and that's a tackle for a 5-yard loss.
All right, so Abdul Carter, Carl. Obviously, Burns is a much more polished, finished product. What are some of the things that, with a new staff coming in, that he's going to have to refine in order to become the player that we all believe he could be?
Well, I think the thing that goes towards his favor is that Abdul Carter wants to be a good football player. He wants to be a great football player. He cares about being great. So he'll take the information in, and what the challenge for coaches, again, is how do you make best use of his abilities? You don't restrict him. You don't restrict a guy like Brian Burns. You now have the Crayola box with a ton of colors in it. You can color with all of them with these guys. So you just have to make sure they understand what their responsibilities are from play to play, but you can create so many different actions with those guys, and they're going to over-deliver.
For Carl Banks, I'm Bob Papa. That's a look at Abdul Carter inside the film room.